Alright, I'm going to call this one finished. This is a resin cast of Stanley Mouse's Scumbag Express. Stanley did the original illustration. This was sculpted by Gerri Pitre, who unfortunately I did not have the pleasure of meeting before he passed away. I believe Gerri passed away, I think, in 2012, if I remember correctly. But he sculpted this. The only thing he didn't sculpt on my build is the eyeballs and the tongue, which I did. The shift knob is scratch built from aluminum tube. The skull shifter glows in the dark. It was a gift from my old friend Sonny De Palma many years ago. I also added some windows to the build and used some fly fishing hair to make some hair and a goatee for him. Paint is House of Colors candy urethane. I used did the bottom half in candy teal and then top coated the entire thing with candy pagan gold, so it turned that different looking green on my gradient paint job, the fade paint job. I did the skull and the scoop and the grill mount the same way. I made my own decals. Not many of them on there, but on the valve cover and then on the back it says Mouse Equipped. You can see I put quite a bit of rainbow flake in my clear coat. The tail lights were done with a Molotov chrome pin, and then I just brushed on the transparent red for the tail light part. And I went combination airbrush and dry brush on this. The Gates blower belt was given to me by my good buddy Chuck Darnell. Without Chuck, this build would not have been possible. And I made I cut the Lexan base plate to support it. This is really heavy. The more parts I added, the heavier this thing got. And the undercarriage and the engine I left in all Orion silver and just clear coated it without flake. You can see where I airbrushed some smoke in around the tires, just give it a little bit of effect for movement. But I'm pretty happy with this one. Let's see, put a little more light on there. You can kind of see the paint a little bit better. I used some of the new Candy 02 paint to add the bluing on the headers. It's a water-based paint that you can clear coat with urethane, just like a lot of the other auto air colors. Something I've been experimenting with quite a bit more. I've been shooting auto air for about 15 years now, and the Candy 02 just came out a few years ago. I don't think it'll ever be a replacement for me for the House of Colors paints because of the depth of color. But I'm working with it. Something different. So anyway, it's done. Sorry I didn't have it on a fancy background. It's just on my workbench.